Okay, let's get started. Hello everyone. Welcome back to webinar series of CRI. And today's topic is MS in Germany, all you need to know. Let me give you a brief introduction about me. So this is Suresh Varma Danthuluri. I admissioned in 2008 at IIIT Nujvidu. And then I graduated 2014 as a computer science student with management minor degree. And in 2015, I joined in Mannheim University in Germany. And in 2017, I graduated with a business informatics with data and web sciences as a specialization. And from then onwards, I'm working as a developer at SAP in predictive maintenance and services as a project. So yeah, when I started looking for the next opportunities after the bachelor's, the most common questions me or everyone will get is like, should I do masters or go for a job? Or if I do masters, which country is good and which university is good, and why should I do masters? So maybe let me start with why should I do masters. So in previous webinars, already our GATE aspirants, they already described very well about masters and bachelors, the differences and what we get in masters. But from my point of view, when I study, and when you come to the foreign country, and there are mainly 3 or 4 advantages I will see. So the first one is you are like experienced in, I mean, you get an expert in one particular topic. For example, in bachelor's, we study computer science. In my case, I wanted to do something in machine learning. So, but if you want to go for a jobs and you don't get like much more opportunities. So I wanted to do a master's, which is streamlined with something related to machine learning engine, where I found this data and web sciences, which is a specialization I wanted to do. And then I got into a job, predictive maintenance and services, which is also related to the machine learning engine. So this is how masters will help in excel yourself in particular stream. If you have, I mean, there are multiple options or multiple programs provided in Germany, and they are vary between the universities. So you can search yourself and which university offers which program and what you wish to do. That's one option. And the second thing for the advantage for the masters is, so if you want to come to any foreign country, and masters is one of the easiest way to go to the foreign country and do and settle there with a job or something. Because if you, I mean, there is also another opportunity to come to the Germany, which is like job search visa. You can apply for a job and you can directly come over here. That job search visa is for 6 months. You just come over here. If you find the job in 6 months, it's good enough. Or otherwise, you have to go back to your home country. So for masters, it's a different. So you come out here, you excel in one particular stream, and there are multiple options. Also, these universities are tied up with internal some of the companies, so they can easily get you through the job opportunities inside the companies. And the other question is which country and which university. So there, most of them are like thinking about whether US or Germany, are mostly Europe. But the thing here is like, if you want a ride in roller coaster, you enjoy that ride and go for US. And if you want a calm, nice paddling in a river, then come to Germany. Because the life in Germany after your masters or during your studies is like really, really peaceful. And you don't get into like too many troubles, because entire, not even Germany, entire Europe is providing students very benefits, like giving in free travel, or giving some advantages for getting into work students like inside the university. And we'll get into see everything detailed in next slides. So today's agenda is like what you need to apply for masters, and then how you prepare yourself, and then universities which are there, how many universities are there in the Germany, and what type of universities, and then details of the basic structure of universities, and then admission process, and after that job opportunities. So the profile, of course we need a good profile. So when I applied, and I was also searching here and there in internet, so I found a lot of things like says like they want like uh, above 90%, above 80% to get into university, something like that. But when it comes to the Germany, they have a standard set for the each and every state. So here the state rules the universities. I'll also explain you how and what things the state will do for the universities. But when it comes to the CGPA, of course, minimum is like 7.3 CGPA, or in percentile, it's a 73 percentage. And since you are coming to the Germany, Germans are like, I mean, the most of the universities will offer English courses and German courses. So to do a German course, of course, we need a German in at least a B1 or B2 level. But that's really difficult from India to learn the B1, B2. So it's better we all apply for the English courses. When you apply for the English courses, they also need an English test results like IELTS or TOEFL. From my concern, I took the IELTS. So band above 6.5, most of the universities, they put a prerequisite as 6.5. But yeah, 7, if you are really good and you want to go into the technical universities, so 7 and 7.5 is really, really good score to get into the top universities of Germany. And then GRE is like optional. So most of the universities, they don't ask, but when you provide your GRE score, it's a competitive between other students. For example, when I applied to the Mannheim University, there are 400 students applied throughout the country, and they only select 25 people. And it's very, very tough competition, and then you need something advantage to select you. So from my side, for me, I have a management master's in minor. So that helped me, the management degree helped me a lot to get into the Mannheim University. And also two crucial parts are SOP and LOR. It's a statement of purpose and letter of recommendation. So statement of purpose is like completely different from university. You have to see the university course structure and what are the programs the university is offering. Based on that, you have to write your SOP. That is like if the university is like specialized in the applied sciences with data and web sciences, something related to that, and you have to write your SOP related to data and web sciences. So for example, after the masters, what is your goal and what do you want to achieve with the masters? So these kind of things, if you put in your statement of purpose, then they will consider your application more valid or more reasonable, something like that. And LOR is like letter of recommendation. Basically, you can get it from your professor, or if you are already working, you can also get from your manager or your team lead. So, and work experience is optional. And if you have a work experience, of course, it's an added advantage. And German A1, I mean, basically there are 6 levels in German language. That's A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. So if you complete B1 and B2, you're already fluent. You can able to speak with any of the native Germans. And the C1, C2 is like more of business oriented. They will call it here Hochdeutsch, like professional German. But A1, it is like more than enough for communicating or talking to someone in a store or basic conversation, like introducing yourself, something like that. A lot of other universities like Goethe, and there are some private, what do you say, that institutions, they are offering this German courses. You can, when you have a free time, you can go and learn for A1. A1 is like just maybe you can learn it in 15 days or 1 month. That's also an added advantage for you. And when it comes to the valid bachelor degree, so for us, like from the RJKT degree is like completely valid. But why I put here is like maybe there are some students which are interested for who did their MSc in computer science, something like that. So they only do 3 years of bachelor's. So that is like not valid in Germany. So you have to consult the German international office where you can put your degree and your details there, and they will validate your diploma, and then they will send it to the university. This is like extreme case for some special students only. And the transcripts of records is like we get from intermediate in PUC first year and second year, and then because when you apply for the university, they have some prerequisites which you met. Like, for example, if you are applying for computer science, you need at least 24 credits core computer you have to done. So in my case, when I applied, most of our, because ours is like tri-semester, we do a lot of courses, and also we have electives, and we also have a minor, so we can choose a lot of subjects. But out of them, if you compare your program which you selected and most relevant courses which you have high score in your transcripts, if you highlight them, that's like more advantage. They will directly look into them, and then they will see, okay, this guy is like perfectly fit for this program, something like that. So that's what you need to prepare yourself before thinking of applying to masters in Germany. And the next step is like you have to know how many universities are there and then what are the types of universities. Around the Germany, there are 429 universities are there. This is the 2008 statistics. And also we have like 4 different kinds of universities. Like the first one is like research universities, where you can see here 106 universities. And there are 248 universities. Those are applied sciences. And the other 53 and 22, these are all like arts and science, music, or some kind of specialized things like you don't study in your universities, but if you really want to do something related to the music, you can go and join in this university. And these are the okay other universities. So basically in the research universities, again, 2 types. One is like technical universities, the other one is like completely pure research based universities. And basically in these universities you apply mostly for research oriented work. And if you want to continue with your work in future as a PhD, and you can go for these universities. Even they'll also offer very good master's programs. But when it comes to the universities of applied sciences, you can only do you cannot go for a PhD because they don't offer the PhDs. But whereas there are special cases, if you are aligned with a company, and companies can do a PhD program for you. So it's something like after you get a job, and you can continue with a PhD if you want. Those are the special programs. Yeah, that's pretty much about the universities. And basically in Germany, there are 2 main categories, like public universities and private universities. So these public universities are driven by the state. Can they set up their own degree program, because every university is separate, and you don't find a common degree programs in all the universities. So yeah, that's why when you are applying for it, you have to first get your degree, which program you want to do. For example, artificial intelligence, you want to specialize in artificial intelligence, or in data and web sciences, or in big data. You have to select your stream, and then you search for the universities which are offering this degree program. And then you have to see their own requirements for the course. And also every university has their own assessments and their own examination. And these universities, public universities, are funded by the states. you can see the right side, the states which are there in Germany. And these states also control the fee policy and also quality control. A small example, 2017, Baden-Württemberg decided to go for a, uh, introducing a fees to the international students because they are out of funding to the universities. So they introduced 1,500 euro per semester. Only international student has to pay this fees. And mainly this master's is like 1.5 to 2 years, hardly 2 years. Then it's like each year 2 semesters, overall like 4 semesters. You have to pay hardly 6,000 euro for your masters when it compared to other countries, which is like still very cheap. And right now also most of the university, I mean most of the states are offering free education. And when it comes to the private universities, they set up their own fees. I know one private university nearby me, so which around roughly I'm saying it's a 17,000 euro per your university course. Like complete your master's degree, they will charge you 17,000 euro. And of course, these private university degrees are like fully recognized throughout the Germany and also in Europe. And they also maintain the quality control to these private universities. And then here, yeah, as I told you, we have two master's durations. Like one is like 18 months program or 24 months program. And yeah, based on your degree and based on your whether you are applying for the university or you're applying for the University of Applied Sciences. So these duration of the masters will vary. And basically, the to finish the master's degree, you need 120 credits. When you finish 120 credits, that's a valid master's. And within the 120 credits, there is a 30 credits of thesis is must and should. And the remaining are the subjects which you choose based on your specialization, or there are some fundamental courses for each program, something like that. You can, it's completely specific to the university. If you go to, I mean, every university offers the clear details on their websites. If you select your university and your program, then you can deep dive into it and you can get details of each program. And when it comes to the funds, because it's a common question for everyone, like how much I spend for my master's, that you can say pretty much according to the German standards, or what they defined is like 720 euro is needed for every student per month. That is like based in 720. I just roughly calculated how much you pay for your daily things. Like health insurance is mandatory that you have to take, and that is like 100 euro. And food, rent, and transportation, when it comes to the transportation, whenever, as long as you're a student, they will give you some uh, price reduction in the semester ticket. Like you can get it for the 6 months, which is like hardly 150 or 200 euro. And again, it depends on like each state. Some states will give like first semester free ticket, and some states will give like you can carry with you 5 people, something like that. It's completely different. Yeah, when it comes to the scholarships, so if you have 8.5 CGPA and above, you can apply. Okay. So when it comes to the scholarships, if you have 8.5 CGPA and above, you can apply for scholarships in this DAD website, which is like already also in India. The main location is in Delhi. You can also contact them. They are pretty nice, and there are some coordinators for each and every program. You can talk to them and they will help you, and they will also guide you very well. And this scholarship, you might have a doubt, like German universities are almost free, right? Why we need a scholarship? The thing is, to travel to Germany, and also per month you have to spend like 720 euro. And if you are studying fully concentrated on, then it's pretty tough to maintain this balance, like 720 euro. And also the German universities or the German law, they say like you need to take a blocked account, which is called like you have to deposit per month 720 euro into 12 months for 1 year. You have to make a blocked account in the bank. That bank will only give you 720 euro per month. You cannot withdraw more than 720 euro. So that's like just to make sure that students in the Germany will be safe, or they can get funded for like every month in Germany, something like that. And when it comes to the applications, so there are two semesters, the winter semester and summer semester. So for winter semester, you have to apply before 15th July. That's a deadline. But it's always better to apply 6 to 8 weeks before the deadline, because there are a lot of things in between, like your application should go through certain processes, and then it has to reach the university, and then university has to decide. So after the deadline, universities will never accept the applications. So that's the problem. And in summer semester, again, it's 15th January. So for summer semester also same, you have to apply 6 weeks or 8 weeks before. So I will tell you, so this is really crazy. When I applied for the Mannheim University, so I think in December, they told me, yeah, you got an admission letter. Then I have to apply for the visa. I applied it in as soon as I get an admission letter, and it will take like 3 weeks to 6 weeks to get reply from the visa office. So then they asked me to come to uh, Chennai consulate for the visa interview. Then I gave this visa interview on January 8th, I think. Then again, they took like 15 to 20 days. And my university deadline, like the last day I have to report in university is like February 13th. And I got a visa on February 11th. Then I have to travel on 12th, and then I have to reach there, and then I have to report it in the university on February 13th. So it's like a very tough deadline. And you also get a lot of questions like, should you book the ticket, or you have to book a flight ticket after you get a visa, right? So these are all like very tough calls. So it's always better to apply before, and you have to uh, keep on checking your emails, and you have to, as soon as you get an admission letter, you have to apply for visa, because getting the visa appointment is also very tough. And so to apply to the universities, there are multiple options, but the one is like Uni Assist. Uni Assist is like in between universities. They will validate your documents and then send it to the universities. So if you, basically, every student will apply for like more than 6 or 7 universities, because when I applied, what I did, I categorized myself like I want like 2 technical universities I want to apply, and then 3 the basic universities. Like I'm sure that for sure I will get an admission letter, and then 2 are like yeah, very basic. Even for sure I can go there, something like that. So if you plan like that, and you don't waste your time, because this overall like application process, everything will take like almost 6 months. And if you are fully focused on this, and then after 6 months you don't get an admission, then overall like you waste your 1 year time. So that's why we always apply for the 6 universities or 7 universities. And this Uni Assist, when you apply for the first application, it will give you like 750 euro you have to pay. And then from then onwards, for each and every university, the extra fees is like 30 euro. And this is only valid for one semester. If you're applying for again universities in the next semester, you have to pay the same fees again. So the admission process. So first you have to find the university program, which I told you that there are multiple university programs offered, and those are not identical to any other university. So each university has their own set of programs with their own even sub classes as well. So you have to you can go to each and every university's website. You can find it out like clearly the details of the course structure and everything. And if you and also there is a website, I did a link for this one, that is called DAD. Inside the DAD you can check the each university ranking. And also while you're checking the ranking, make sure that the rank is like, basically the rank is for the university. I can also say when I got an admission for the Mannheim University, I checked in online, I see the Mannheim University ranking is 4. And then I surprised, like, how come it's entire in Europe, Mannheim got a 4th rank, and then is that such a easy to get a admission in there? But when I checked in later in detail, the ranking is for the business school. Mannheim is top 4th business school in Germany and Europe. So you have to make sure that for what you're checking the ranking, so that help you in the DAD. Like inside the DAD, you can go and select your program for which you are applying for, like for example, masters. And then you can also choose your university program, like data and web sciences or AI or big data, something like that. And then you can get the list of universities which are offering these courses or relevant courses. You can decide, you can choose one of them. And then, yeah, each university has their own requirements. Like you can check the requirements, but the basic requirements I already told you in the previous what you need section. So that is like your transcripts and CGPA, or your university degree and attestations and something, SOP, LOR, all these things. And to submit your application, there are two options. Like one, you can use the UniAssist, or you can directly submit it with the university websites. And as soon as you get an admission letter, you have to contact with your coordinator, because when they give you admission letter, they will give you the coordinator contact also, and they will explain you, or even they have a possibility to speed up your visa process. They can send a recommendation letter to the visa office so that they will process, because I mean, every university has their own intake, their own starting date of the semester. So that's why these central coordinators, they can really fasten your process of visa. And as soon as you get an admission letter, and you have to take, I mean, you get a visa of 3 months. So for that, you need an health insurance, and I told you, right, 720 into 1 year, those funds is around like 8,900 or something, 9,000 euro. You have to show it in your bank account. That's a blocked bank, and these funds and the health insurance, you have to be ready as soon as you get an admission letter. And then you apply, you go to the visa office with all these documents, and then they will give you a 3 months visa. Then you can fly to the Germany. And after coming to the Germany, and during your work or during your master studies, what are the, I mean, opportunities you get? So as a student, German government will provide you a 120 days working visa. That is like, apart from your studies, you can allowed to work like 120 days. You can also apply for some companies as a working student or internship, and you get paid really well. Like according to the Germany, the minimum wage for hour is like 9 euro. So that means, like, if you work 120 days, there are also limits for every week and every month. You can only allow to work like 20 hours a week. That is like, if you I mean, it's again, it varies between the universities. Universities also need to approve if you are doing a student assistant internship, and within the universities you can do them, the student assist thing. And the internship, you can again apply to the companies. And for me, in my case, when I applied to SAP for an internship, I have to also inform the university that my internship is relevant to my course, then you can take that letter and submit in the visa office or the local government office. Then they will take out the internship period out of your working days. So apart from the internship, you can still work 120 days again. So which is like really good. And mm, uh, all these options made you easy to fund yourself during your masters. So I can say in my case, I only asked my parents the initial blocked account money. It's around 7.5 lakh. And from then onwards, during my masters, I never asked a single penny from my parents. So I did my working student, I did my other jobs, and then I funded myself during my masters. And this is like a very good option in Germany, and also like most of other countries also offering these kind of working student things. And after you finish your degree, and you get an 18 months of job search visa, and that means like 18 months still you can stay in Germany, you can apply for the companies, you can get a job. As soon as you get a job, and there is like a 6 months, most of the companies have like 6 months probationary period. That's like after 6 months, it's not allowed to take you out of the job. It's like full-time job. I can say like a government job in our terminology say. So once you get a full-time job, you can apply for a blue card. The initial blue card is like 4 years. That means like in 4 years you can do a full-time work. That's a work permit for you. And after this blue card period is over, there is a chance you can apply for the PR. And for the PR, only the requirement is like at least you need a B1 level German. So of course you're studying it 2-3 years in Germany, and also 4 years you're working. So it's much easier to learn German up to B1 level, and then you get a permanent resident. You don't need to apply for work visa again and again. So that's it pretty much. I hope I covered all. So you can shoot out the questions if you have.